burning question, powered by Expulsion India, co-powered by vendetta.
सांसद श्रीमती महुआ मित्रा का आचरण अनैतिक और संसद सदस्य के रूप में अशोभनीय है, इसलिए संकल्प करती है कि उन्हें लोकसभा की सदस्यता से निष्कासित कर दिया जाए।
Under scanner for the payoff scandal, Mahua Moitra is expelled from the Lok Sabha.
Ironically, the ethics committee, which was set up to serve as a moral compass for members, instead it has been abused egregiously today to do exactly what it was never meant to do, which is to bulldoze the opposition and become another weapon to thokdo us into submission.
Mahua claims foul play, says was not allowed to even speak in the parliament. The opposition protest her expulsion. They allege this is vendetta politics by the government. 250 crore cash is seized by the Income Tax Department in Congress-linked raids. The Prime Minister slams the opposition. He says every penny will have to be returned. And Sybil says Assam was a part of Myanmar. The government hits back. So this, ladies and gentlemen, was always a matter of when, not if. And I'm talking of the expulsion of Mahua Moitra. She no longer now is a member of parliament of the Lok Sabha. We are watching the burning question, and clearly you are seeing this huge battle of ethics versus vendetta. There is one side that says this is vendetta by the government. Mahua Moitra claims that this was a fixed match. No one heard me. I was not allowed to speak in the parliament. She alleges that there is no money trail established and there are no rules. And then, how did I flout any rules? But then on the other side, the ethics panel that has spoken umpteen number of times on the entire issue, and the report also that has been accessed by Republic, is damning. Because that is talking of a number of issues. Remember, it was Mahua Moitra herself who actually did say, and she confessed that yes, she did share her login credentials with Hiranandani. Not just that, she also talks about the fact that there was some clerical staff there and she did allow them typing. She said, I used that office for typing facility. Many said that was a very weak and a lame excuse. Now the case has been discussed threadbare. The point is the kind of politics that has ensued today. For the very first time, Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, who many believed is wanting to distance herself from Mahua Moitra, has spoken in her favor. She stands with Mahua. Not just that, the entire India alliance, we are given to understand, has no problems, absolutely no problems with the very, very serious allegations of corruption, possible breach in national security, and her misdemeanor. Now, why is that? Because anything, let's pick up any issue because we want to target the Modi government. Is there merit in that argument? Or there is merit in the argument that has been put forward by the TMC and Mahua Moitra? Before we take those questions to a panel of guests, let's quickly play out three important reactions. The first is the reaction that has come in from Mahua following her expulsion from the parliament. Then you will hear Mamata Banerjee defending her. And then the Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi on why he believes that this case is an example of what an MP should not be doing.
Lok Sabha has also seen the weaponization of a parliamentary committee. Ironically, the ethics committee, which was set up to serve as a moral compass for members, instead it has been abused egregiously today to do exactly what it was never meant to do, which is to bulldoze the opposition and become another weapon to thokdo us into submission.
It's a sad day for the Indian Parliament. After 3-4 months, there will be election. So only one session is left out. For that, Mahua can attend the public parliament in the outside of the house. It will boost up her moral image and it will boost up her morality. She should fight it boldly. We will fight it boldly.
हाँ, पोर्टल के थ्रू पेपरलेस किया है, तुरंत हमने अपलोड किया है। ऑपरेशनल पार्ट जो है वो 15-20 पेज का है, तो मुझे भी 15-20 पेज वो जब प्रेजेंट हुआ तब भी मैं भी पढ़ा। और दूसरी बात, ये जो प्रेसिडेंट है 2005 में जब 10 एमपीओ को निकाला गया था, निष्कासित किया गया था, तब भी रिपोर्ट उसी दिन पेश किया था, उसी दिन चर्चा हुआ था, वो भी 10 एमपी के लिए, जहां तो वो स्ट्रिंज ऑपरेशन था।
विंडो दे दो यार, कौन है गेस्ट, दिखा दो। Let's also in fact say good evening to our panel of guests that join us. We do have Priyanka Tibrewal, who is from the BJP. She's also an advocate and she has some very strong opinion on the entire issue. The entire issue, remember, is not just vis-a-vis the state of West Bengal anymore. The story has travelled far and wide. It's become a huge political issue now. I also do see Nikhil Jain, who's a political analyst. He leans towards the Congress. We have Professor Monojit Mandal, who's also a political analyst. He leans towards the TMC. Let's quickly get started with first up Nikhil. Then I'll get in Monojit and Priyanka. Nikhil, are you okay with the very, very serious charges of corruption against Mahua Moitra? I mean, why are you standing with her?
Preeti, I'm completely okay with the very, very blown up allegations against Mahua Moitra that somehow sharing a password ID can become an issue of national security. The fact of the matter is that despite a 109-page report by the Ethics Committee, there is not a single violation of a rule that has been proven. It is all just up in the air that it could have been a threat to national security, that it is breaching the ethics, it is breaching privileges. Ethics were breached by Ramesh Biduri before Mahua Moitra, but no action has been taken against him. But when Mahua Moitra raises the issue of the Adani coal scam, 13,000 crores, duping Indian electricity consumers, 2 days after that, all of this starts against her. Then an ethics panel is set up. They examine Mahua Moitra, and just the next day, they are somehow able to produce a 109-page report that is tabled in the parliament.
When it comes to ethics, you can talk of Ramesh Biduri and a lot of other examples and say that this is not ethical. But Nikhil, does this mean that what Mahua did is ethical? Are you justifying her sharing her login credentials of the parliament with an entity who's sitting in Dubai? Are you okay with this?
Is there,
no, where is it written that you can share it with anyone?
Let's simply call it a friend who happens to be an Indian citizen.
Nikhil, let's cut the clutter, please.
Is there any rule that has been violated?
Let's have a very serious conversation. I want to know today, Nikhil, if you find out that your member of parliament, we all vote in the general election, if you find out that your member of parliament, who is accountable to you as in the voter, all of us, is using a third entity based out of Dubai, to put in questions, and in favor of which he or she possibly could be taking favors, cash, holidays, luxurious items. Tell me that is all right with you as a voter, as a citizen of the country.
There are two elements. No.
Of course, these are allegations, yes.
Story. One is the cash for query allegation. The ethics committee has not looked into that. Second is the sharing of the password credentials, which Mahua herself has admitted. What I'm simply saying is that the sharing of password credentials is an ordinary practice.
Exactly my point, Nikhil. She herself has admitted this. So I want to know today that, Monojit, the TMC today has an issue they need to stand with. So the point is, why is the Congress doing this? Are you okay with what's going on, Nikhil? Just say yes or no. Really?
Yes, I
mean, I then need to pinch myself twice to know that all this is fine, Nikhil.
Deepti, one single question.
See, you're mixing up issues, Nikhil. You can say that this perhaps did not warrant an expulsion.
No,
that is another argument. But then, in the same breath, you need to condemn what she has done.
No.
No, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't play the victim card. Don't talk about Ramesh Biduri or a Brij Bhushan Sharan today. Don't do that. Because that kills your case.
I am not.
That proves that you are on a weak wicket. Let me get in Monojit quickly. Let me get in Monojit here, please. No, Nikhil, this does not cut eyes. You are still licking your wounds, Nikhil, out of the losses in the Hindi heartland. This is what voters don't like. Arrogance. Arrogance of netas, arrogance of political parties. Monojit, why today Mamata Banerjee believes that Mahua is a victim in the entire case?
Sorry, can you repeat your question, please?
Monojit, I'm asking, why does Mamata Banerjee believe, or on what basis does she believe that Mahua is being made a victim, and why has she made this matter political?
I mean, it's quite apparent on the face of it that she was not given any opportunity whatsoever to cross-examine, to defend herself. She was denied what is the basic or the fundamentals of such quasi-judicial proceedings, that is principle of natural justice. That's very much sure. And today, I think, after Rahul Gandhi's expulsion, this expulsion would be the pivot to rally around against the undeclared emergency that this particular dispensation has brought in this country. Look at the kind of kangaroo code that they sat with, and that too with a fractured mandate. Let us be very, very sure about that. There is no unanimity on her expulsion, even by the ethics committee. And forget about the other procedural lapses. I wonder, these MPs are supposed to be the lawmakers, and if they do not know the fundamentals of law and jurisprudence, I mean, God save this country. It is a bare minimum. Once someone is bringing charge against you in the form of an affidavit or in the form of a letter, whether he is a jilted idiot, or a castrated male sitting somewhere else outside the country, he must
no name calling, Monojit. You might have had a bad day, but please, no name calling. No name calling, please. Let's keep this discussion civil, Monojit. The very fact is that you've raised a number of issues. You've raised a number of issues. See, you do not have a problem also with the same ex-member of parliament sitting in the parliament and using cuss words. She used cuss words also. And you know, when I jog my memory, Monojit, we all remember this. The conduct of the member of parliament is equally important. Okay, you can continue to speak over me because you don't have an answer, but let me get in Priyanka. Priyanka, you know, because you're also an advocate, you represent the... You know, what both Nikhil and Monojit have said, Priyanka, are important questions. Now see, there is this man called Darshan Hiranandani. He was not called by the panel. He is not cross-examined. Initially, when these allegations came forward, Priyanka, this man said, no, I have nothing doing. But then later, he comes out with a sworn affidavit. And why is it that the panel or the BJP is believing every single word written by this man on a sworn affidavit if the idea is not to go after Mahua?
See, this committee was, I mean, so clear on things, on whatever procedures were being followed. It was so open, all in the media. People knew, they were speaking about it, and all of us knew what is happening exactly when. Now, when 10 members were expelled, that time they were not worried to know what is happening when and where. Now, I'll also tell you, Miss Mahua Moitra is such a affluent lady. She knows how to talk for herself. If she believes that there is anything which the committee has done wrong, then she would have up till now walked to the court. But she didn't go because she knows that whatever she has committed was wrong. Now, my friend Nikhil, he was saying something about, you know, what are the rules? What are the rules? Now, morality and ethics. There can't be rules to teach you morality and ethics. We believe that a person who is having a moral conduct is a representative of a people. You see, Miss Mahua Moitra here was reading a speech before the media. Now, in order to defend herself also, she needs to read. And we do not know who has written this speech, probably Mr. Hiranandani's office. because last time also she asked them to type it for herself. Now, my friend Mr. Monojit Mandal, he was talking about natural justice being denied. You know, you walk out of the committee's meeting when you are called to come, and when you are questioned, you walk out showing and screaming your arrogance out, showing your red eyes to everybody and saying that you are not going to question, you are not going to answer. Today also, look at the audacity. You compare yourself with Durga. Ki Durga aa gayi hai. Now, this is what happened when a member of parliament and netas of TMC, they become something. They believe that they are equal to God and goddesses. And they say so. Now, she said today, you know, that...
No, but Priyanka, apologies, I'm interrupting you, but even you are not answering my question. See, in this entire saga, Monojit, wait. In this entire saga, there is a bribe giver and there is a bribe taker. Now, you've got hold of the bribe taker. What about the bribe giver? He hasn't been questioned. Is that not a part of the process? Was it not a duty of the panel before Priyanka, you go in for the expulsion of a member of parliament?
Allow me.
To at least cross-examine him.
Now, allow me to answer.
Yes.
Now, this ethics committee is meant for whom? It is not meant for you and me. It is meant for those who are member of parliaments. Now, whatever Mr. Hiranandani has done, you already know that CBI has stepped into this. Now, only expulsion is not enough. Those who are responsible of taking...
But you've already punished Mahua, no? No, Priyanka, the point is you already punished and declared her guilty.
Don't
forget what the CBI will do.
Allow me to complete. I said a CBI investigation...
Priyanka, please. See, there are very serious questions that all sides need to answer. The country is watching what's going on. You know, tomorrow if any XYZ produces a sworn affidavit against anyone, any member of parliament, does this mean that person can be expelled? I just want to know this.
No, now that is what I am telling you, that when there was enough evidence which was against her, that is why the case has been taken up by the CBI. Don't laugh. She'll be in the jail soon. And mind my words, she'll be in the jail soon. Why? I'll tell you. Because all her Dubai expenses, whatever the hotel bills and everything has been paid in cash. Now, where did his Hawala turnover come from? This is what the CBI will investigate. And Miss Mahua Moitra, not only outside the parliament, will be in the jail soon.
Can I rebut?
Okay. At least, you know, Priyanka. No. Monojit, you have to give it to Priyanka. She's told you how the law works. She's an advocate. She understands the system of, legal recourse far better than all of us. But Monojit, the very fact that you're sitting on national television, please. You're sitting on national television, you're laughing off these allegations, also shows the arrogance of the TMC and perhaps the parties who continue to support Mahua. Because you believe corruption kya hota hai? It's no big deal.
Oh God, arey bolne to do. I'm laughing out of my pity for... Please stop her. I'm laughing out of my pity for the spokesperson of BJP and the parliamentarians, right? I tell you one thing. She just said that it's meant only for the parliamentarian. So whose allegations that you are entertaining? And Dipti, forget about cross-examination. I challenge them. Did they even call this person to authenticate the charges? That
CBI
have you written
will call
this affidavit? Is it authenticated? Stop this. Stop.
Including other leaders of your party. Why, Mamata?
Okay, let Monojit complete. Let Monojit complete. Yes, one by one,
please. Ask her to stop this person. I did not disturb her. That's what they do.
Yes, Monojit, complete your point.
TV as well. I tell you one thing. Did they even call Mr. Hiranandani to verify, authenticate the affidavit? The answer is clear no. It was everything is on the year. Right? He has given some, expensive gift. And did you call him to authenticate? Forget about cross-examination. That is the second part of the story. When you make some deposition, if you're a real advocate, you should be knowing this. When you're making this deposition, the person needs to be called and authenticate the charges.
Why did you file a case?
These are the charges. Stop, you know the ABCDs of law. Shame on you, you know the ABCDs of law.
Okay, let's get in. Monojit,
you need to call the person.
You are also skirting the entire issue. Let me get back Nikhil into the conversation. Now, Nikhil, a party that is still looking its wounds, after the losses in the Hindi heartland. If we can also have Nikhil on the screen. Yes. Nikhil, a party that is still licking its wounds after the losses in the Hindi heartland was desperately looking for something to grab onto. So what if, the Trinamool and the Congress are sworn enemies in the state of West Bengal? But because this is anti-Modi, let's all get in together. And so what if there is a corruption charge against Mahua Moitra, Nikhil?
Deepthi, either we can have a debate on the ethics or we can have a debate on the politics. You don't let me make my side of political points that this is all a game to shut voices
It has to be both.
against
The ethical
Adani.
debate is
So
over.
It
I
has
will
to be
not
both, right,
respond to
Nikhil?
your political
Carried on the
rhetoric,
ethical
but
debate for a
just a second. Priyanka, you are not the anchor. Priyanka,
Okay,
you are not the
Priyanka,
anchor. Let me
let
answer
please
on that.
complete
And
this.
Priyanka made a
But
fact,
you are
legal
dividing
inaccuracy.
the entire debate.
Yes.
Priyanka made a legal inaccuracy.
I will allow you to counter. Please let him complete
this is
his
the
point.
strategy that your party follows. Heckle all the other
Yes,
panelists.
Nikhil,
Don't let
Nikhil
them
only.
speak.
Not
You
required.
said that she should have
Please
gone
speak
to
your
court.
point out.
She should have gone to court. She should have gone to.
Huh.
She should have gone to court before this decision. There is a judgment of the Supreme Court, Quixoto Holohan versus Zachilu, 1992 judgment, where the court has very clearly said that you cannot approach any court before the speaker has taken his decision. Mahua can approach the court now. She could not have had approached the court when this report was produced, when this report was tabled, or when it was passed. So the legal remedy that Mahua has, she can only now exercise it. So there is the legal inaccuracy. So far as Deepthi, your point about the politics of it all is concerned, the Congress party has been standing with Mahua and against Adani well before the state elections took fire. So whether the Congress would have won in these elections or lost in these elections, it would not have mattered. The Congress is a principle-based party. They are going to stand up for what they believe is right, and what is happening with Mahua Moitra is grossly wrong. And one small point I would like to make,
So
when
you
have a
believe
disqualification of a
then,
member
Nikhil,
of parliament as an automatic
in
result
simpler
of a
terms, you
conviction in a
believe
case.
Mahua Moitra is
Just
right.
one line on point.
You believe Mahua Moitra is right. Even when she herself has admitted, Nikhil, that yes, I did share my login password with Darshan Hiranandani, you believe that is right.
I also, no. So I also shared my login ID password of my email with my clerk. Put me in jail for that, no? Put me in jail for 2 years. Say that my clerk is accessing the confidential documents of my clients.
No, listen, two things.
What are you even talking
that's
about?
The problem. When you begin to normalize everything, the point is that you are not an MP.
No.
Then exactly when there is a staff attached to an MP's office, it is vetted, it is authorized. Now, what is the role of a Darshan Hiranandani, and why should he be, using the login password of a Mahua Moitra? I don't understand.
MPs share their ID passwords.
What are the rules? What are the rules of the game? Can you tell me the rules of the game?
Staff.
In terms of
there is
using
no
or not
rule that
using
has
the
been
login
violated,
password,
and
can you show
Priyanka
me the
can
rules?
very well say that rules and ethics need to. Rules, exactly.
There are no such rules.
She can very well come and say that
For morality, they need rules.
Pen and paper.
Because
but what has happened with this person, Mahua Moitra, is
Monajit,
that-
I will come back to you. Let Nikhil quickly complete his point before he counters, and then Priyanka will respond. Nikhil.
रमेश
अरे क्योंकि
अरे हम बार-बार रमेश बिदुरी की बात करते हैं, महua मोइत्रा की बात क्यों नहीं करते? रुकिए प्रियंका, you will be asked that question. No, Priyanka, give me 10 seconds. I want Nikhil to complete his point.
Conviction on a 2-year imprisonment conviction. Expulsion is a consequence that follows on a 2-year sentence in a criminal case. That is the level of punishment that expulsion is. I am not saying this is a legal case or anything. I'm simply saying that if I am an MP and I go to jail for 6 months, I would not be automatically expelled for it. So are you telling me that a member of parliament sharing their own ID
Nikhil,
password
you're not
is
answering
bigger
the basic
than being
question.
sentenced to jail for
Not
what
answering
are
the
we
basic
even talking
question.
about?
What is the need?
What is the basic
what
question?
What is
I've
the
answered
need
it
for a
1,000
member
times,
of
Deepthi.
parliament
What
to
Mahua
share
has
her
done
login
does not
ID
warrant
password
expulsion.
details with a third entity that is sitting in Dubai, who has nothing to do with what's happening in the parliament? I don't understand. And
Let's
Monajit
not
is
bring the
talking
Dubai
of
point
what are the
again
rules
and
of the
again.
game. Now, I don't know what game you are referring to, Monajit. Monajit, I don't know what game you are referring to. But the point is, Monajit, any sane member of parliament, any sane member of parliament, see what Darshan Hiranandani said. In his admission, Monajit, he said that he sought a business advantage. Now, this login gave access also to draft bills. It's operated for Dubai for 47 occasions. Not once, not twice, 47 occasions.
These are my words. Did he come to the panel and say, these are my words? Did he authenticate, verify?
This is Chori and Sina Zori.
You've read his affidavit?
What are you talking about?
This is Chori and Sina Zori.
This is the minimum that.
Are you saying everything is a hogwash?
Do not know anything about laws. Reread your laws first.
Yeah, no one
Did
knows
he come
anything
and
about
authenticate and
anything.
verify the charges?
Yes. I'll let Priyanka respond to it before we close.
I'm
whether it is TMC or Congress,
Priyanka, you had an axe to grind with Mahua. She's a firebrand leader. She says Nari Shakti ko aapne dabane ki koshish ki hai. Priyanka.
That is what I'm saying. This is what they have learned.
Okay, let Priyanka respond.
They have learned all these tactics from
Last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds to Priyanka.
When they are caught in corruption.
Priyanka, how can you talk of ethics when you take no action against Ramesh Biduri?
That is what I'm
When
saying.
you take no action against a member of parliament against whom there are allegations of sexual harassment by Olympians. How can you talk of ethics?
That is what I'm saying. That is this a conclusion from them that because
Monajit, now let her complete,
something
please.
I have a right to do this. They can't say that. And listen, इनकी तो party बेईमान, 100 में से 99 बेईमान. This is what Mamata Banerjee has got. See, nothing in TMC happens without the collusion and consent of Mamata Banerjee. Because Adani did not invest in West Bengal, she told Mahua Moitra to go all outright for him. That is what has happened. And this will come out in investigation.
Okay.
The Hawala money which was used in Dubai will come out. And then they will proceed towards the jail. Then they will proceed towards the jail. But shameless.
Priyanka, the TMC alleging that you are prejudging the entire investigation. There are reports the CBI will step into the entire case and possibly there could be more details on the case. For the moment, I'm thanking Priyanka, Nikhil and also Monajit for joining us. We are tracking that story closely. Thank you to all of you. Quickly heading into a break.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
एयरपोर्ट लोग ऐसे जाते हैं जैसे बस से पहले जाते थे. इट इज अमेजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. आई वांट यू टू टेल पीपल कितने लोग हमारे देश में आज प्लेन से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और वो संख्या पहले क्या थी.
तो जो क्रांति और रेवोल्यूशन भारत में हो रहा है केवल हब पे नहीं हो रहा लेकिन स्पोक पे भी हो रहा है. छोटे छोटे शहरों में भी हो रहा है. आपके मेट्रो के जो एयरपोर्ट्स हैं, जो बड़े बड़े शहर, आज 21 करोड़ की हमारी क्षमता है उन एयरपोर्ट्स की. अगले 5 साल के अंदर ये 40 करोड़ तक क्षमता जाएगी. अगले साल जेवर का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. अगले साल नवी मुंबई का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. पिछले वर्ष गोवा में 2 एयरपोर्ट्स बन चुके हैं और 2030 तक 15 ऐसे शहर होंगे इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Reva University, Quick Heal Secrite, Green Lamb Laminates, PolicyBazaar.com, co-powered by Mankind Pharma.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What is quizzical, and personally I think the reasoning borders on insanity, is what does corruption have to do with gender? Point being, how is Nari Shakti an answer to effectively being caught red-handed in an act of corruption? What does the gender of a corporate plant, the gender of a corrupt MP on hire, the gender of a corporate plant have to do with anything? Mahua Moitra is playing this woman card. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole woman's right angle which is being spun by Mahua Moitra is just revolting. Tomorrow, they will say critics of the emergency are anti-woman. Because Indira Gandhi was a woman, how can you question a woman? It's madness. They will say, oh, Rabri Devi should not be investigated because she's a woman. How can you target a woman? Tomorrow they will say Karni Modi should not have been investigated because she was a woman. Then they will say the Supreme Court was anti-woman for convicting Sasikala. How could the Supreme Court convict Sasikala? Didn't they know Sasikala is a woman? I mean, where does this end? Where does this end, ladies and gentlemen? It's gone crazy. The fact is that if the India Alliance and the Trinamool Congress in particular is now going to make corruption a violation of women's right, the electorate sees through it. To those who play the woman card in this case, claiming that poor Mahua, being a woman, is gagged from presenting her side in parliament because she's a woman, well, they should know it is a settled law that natural justice is not a bull in a china shop. Ladies and gentlemen, if the facts are admitted, the issue of natural justice does not arise. It is settled law. Mahua Moitra has admitted her crime. She has admitted giving her parliamentary access to a foreign businessman. She does not deny she uploaded the questions. She does not deny she received expensive gifts alongside it. She does not deny that her login was accessed by the person she was allowing 47 times from the UAE. The ambit of the ethics committee was to prove unethical conduct. Cash trail, CBI will investigate. The cash trail, the money angle, the criminality of it will all be determined by the CBI. And if required, the ED, if the allegations of Hawala have proven merit. Mahua Moitra, instead of using a woman card, should start getting ready to face the CBI and the ED. Will she tell the CBI, oh, you are targeting me, CBI, because I'm a woman. Oh, ED is targeting me because I'm a woman. The facts, the admissions in this case are as stark as they can be. Mahua Moitra is pulling out the gender card. But I would like to tell her, Mahua Moitra, nobody is interested in your personal life, your private life, your present or ex-boyfriend. And your being a single woman has nothing to do with your crime. Do you hear me loud and clear? Now go, you can go and scream your lungs out in your next interview with your favorite anchor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
A little before 11 a.m., with a smirk on, Mahua Moitra entered the parliament, comparing herself to Ma Durga.
माँ दुर्गा आ गई है, अब देखेंगे।
मैम, क्या कहना चाहेंगी?
क्या लग रहा है? क्या लग रहा है आपको?
आगे महीने की खुशी लग रही है कि एक स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन होगा।
हमारे बंगाली में एक पोएम है काजी नजरुल का, অসত্যের কাছে কভু নত নাহি করো শির, ভয় কাঁপে কাপুরুষ লড়ে যায় বীর। सो जब नाश मनुष्य पर छाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है। तो ये जो इन लोग वस्त्रहरण शुरू किए ना, अब महाभारत का रन देखिएगा।
She tried to set the narrative even before the verdict. And few hours later, after she was expelled, she barged out of the parliament to try and defend charges against her.
You hate minorities, you hate women, you detest Nari Shakti, you cannot handle power and authority.
Mamta has come out in Mahua's defense.
Today I'm really sad to see the attitude of the BJP party, how they betray even the self-defense of the victims. They didn't allow Mahua to take her own stand to explain her situation. It's a sad day for the Indian Parliament.
Even during the ethics panel hearing, Mahua created a scene.
An ethics committee. Asking also the questions.
Can Mahua play victim card by making a corruption case an issue of women's rights? Let's debate.
Now, what is to be done? Nahid Lari Khan, she is playing the woman card. I am a woman, I am targeted. Will CBI target single woman? Gender card. I am Ma Durga. She said I am Goddess Durga. Fact of the matter is, she's a corporate plant. She sold out to a corporate plant. She gave access and took expensive gifts and God knows what else. Vastra Haran, Ma Durga, woman card, I am a woman, single woman. What is all this? This is madness, Abhinandita. Don't be part of this madness. Yes, Nahid ji.
Arnab ji, today I'm a little disappointed today I'm a little disappointed after hearing your opening comments on women. Because whenever I sit on your debates, and I'm sure I'm right about it, that you have huge respect for women. I've always felt it. And I know that you have huge respect for women and you always stand for women and you always pick up women issues. And I'm sure that if you would have been there on
this is not a woman issue.
Position. No,
Naiji, this is not a women's issue. It's a corruption issue. It's not a woman's issue. It's a corruption issue. It's corruption by someone who happens to be a woman.
You are a woman.
Arnab ji,
voted for you. They have bestowed their trust on you.
Arnab ji,
it is wrong. You are doing a disservice for all women.
Because you are a woman.
I am a woman, so I must not be questioned for corruption.
That you will complete your promises.
Arnab ji,
you were voted because people.
I will not suppress your voice. Everyone is on.
People of Krishnanagar thought that you will fight for their rights. They thought that you will raise questions to support the people of Krishnanagar.
Okay, Priyanka, let her make her opening remarks. Priyanka, let her make her opening remarks.
Arnab ji, I'm sure if you would have been there on some powerful position in the parliament today, I'm sure you wouldn't have done what BJP has done today. I'm sure. About you, I'm sure.
What are you saying? You should have been there. You should not have been there. What are you trying to talk? What is this? What kind of comment is this? Now somebody who is in corruption found.
Priyanka, let her complete. Priyanka, let her complete.
This is what they did in the parliament today. This is what BJP did in the parliament today. They did let Mahua Moitra speak in the parliament today.
Louder.
She couldn't make her own stand. She couldn't speak for herself in the parliament today. This is not right.
Then I'm sorry, you don't even know the procedures.
No, I'm not going to speak for your debate today. Sorry.
You were called by the ethics committee to place the fact.
Priyanka, let her complete. Let her complete. Put me on air for God's sake. Let her complete. Priyanka, be quiet. Let her complete. Continue, Nahid. Make your point.
No, Arnab ji, I myself, I'm very strongly associated with West Bengal, especially Kolkata. I have my real relatives, not one, but many real relatives and a bunch of women, many women relatives. I spoke to all of them. There are many friends.
What is she trying to say, Arnab?
Sanju, no.
What's wrong with that?
Sanju on the left.
Debate are you having?
What are you doing, producers?
I'm not debating like this. Sorry. This is not BJP office. This is not BJP
Let her complete. Complete. Who's stopping you?
Sure. No, I've spoken to so many women in Kolkata. So many women. Even non-Muslims I'm talking about. I have friends there. They all have said that BJP is anti-women. They all are very angry. 50% of the population of the country, that is women. They are very angry with BJP today. Now, why saying they are anti-women? Allow me to speak for a minute uninterrupted.
Arnab, this can't be a monologue by one spokesperson.
Let her complete. No, Sanju, before you come in.
BJP could not even wait for 116 days. In 116 days, her tenure would get over. If she would remain an MP for 116 days more, would heaven start blazing fire? Would heaven start blazing fire?
Yes, it would.
Yes. She would be allowed to speak in the parliament. On the other hand,
Oh my God.
BJP MP.
Oh my God.
BJP MP Biguri, what?
Oh my God, look at this lady.
No action was done against him because he's a man. No action was done against Biguri because he's a man. And an action has been.
Can I please come in, Arnab?
Just because she's a woman.
14 minutes she's been ranting without making sense.
Okay, Nahid Lari Khan, Nahid Lari Khan, Nahid Lari Khan, Nahid Lari Khan, you made your opening remarks. You made your opening remarks, and I want to respond, and then I want to let Sanju into the debate. I want to let Sanju into the debate. I want to have a proper debate here. I just feel Nahid ji, please allow me. As you have rightly said, I've always been for women's rights. But you know the one thing we cannot do. Please remember one thing. It does not matter what your gender is, what your sexuality is, does not matter.
Yes, it does
the fact of the matter is that if you commit, it does not matter. It does not matter. Now, Nahid ji, please allow me to complete. You know, you can't stop me mid-sentence every time. I'll make one sentence point. I'm opening the debate after that. You can be a man, a woman. You can be LGBT. You can be of any orientation. If you commit a murder, you will be convicted for murder. If you are corrupt, you are corrupt. Don't play the woman card after that. Sanju is on the debate. Sanju is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen.
Let her continue to.
Okay, calm down, everyone. Sanju on one side and Abhinandita on the other. Saira has not spoken yet. Many others haven't. Sanju and Abhinandita. Debate is open, viewers.
Thank you. Oh my God, please ask this lady from SP to stop howling. Or not, you know, let's be very clear.
Calm down, everyone. Please adjust the camera.
Yeah, we are all extremely, calm and in a mood of, tranquility and harmony, what have you. I will just say this. I'm appalled. Look at the narrative peddled by the ecosystem. They said, oh, BJP wale to Mahua Moitra se jealous hai. After all, she was an ex-banker at JP Morgan. Then they said, she used to draw multi-million-dollar salaries and that is why she could afford Gucci shoes and Louis Vuitton bags. और इसीलिए ये लोग Mahua Moitra से जलते हैं. So first and foremost on Arnab Goswami's show, let me give a disclaimer. I was an associate director at JP Morgan. My boss was a director, and being an associate director at JP Morgan is a big deal because you're part of senior management. But being a vice president at JP Morgan is not a big deal because you're part of middle management. Point number one. तो जो इतना इतरा रहे हैं TMC वाले, हमारी Mahua Moitra investment banker थी. She was a marketing and sales middle level person, not an investment banker. I was an investment banker and a derivatives trader. Yes. So I have been an associate director at JP Morgan. मुझसे बात करिए. Now I will show on your show. I didn't want to do this. This is not about me, but people need to understand. ये जो false narrative peddle हो रहा है, I will come to the brass tacks of it because that's the reason I'm on Arnab show. This is one of my favorite branded bags. Please put your camera on it. Yeah. This is one of
Okay,
my other.
full frame, please. 1 minute. Can't see. Put it up again. It was in a window. What is going on here? So what are you showing, Sanju?
This is one
what
of
is
my
this?
other favorite handbags. I will come
Your
to
bag.
that. Yes, my bag. This is one
Why
of
are you
my
showing
other
your
handbags.
handbags on my program?
I'll tell you. This is one of my
What
other
do your
handbags.
handbags have to do with my debate? Tommy.
Wait a minute.
That shows a brand called Tommy.
Just give me. And this is
What is going on? I don't know what is Sanju doing tonight.
This is one of my other bags. And this is one
What
of
is
my
the
other
brand?
handbags. This is one of my other handbags. And I just want to say
Wait a minute. I also need to get my bag.
wait a minute. No,
I'm also getting my bag.
Listen, I will come to the key issue, and this is my Elizabeth Arden lipstick.
Why are you showing your bags on my program, for God's sake?
I'll tell you why. Please please focus the camera on this.
Can't
This
believe
is my
what's going
Elizabeth
on.
Arden lipstick. And I'll tell
Which
you
one?
why
I
I'm
can't
showing
see.
all
You have
of
to
this.
put it up. No, I can't focus my camera. Abhinandita, wait. She's showing something. What are you asking me to?
This.
I can't see
This
this.
is my
Full
Elizabeth-
frame karo na. I can't see. You're in a window there. Ye
Yes,
kya hai?
now it is visible. This is my Elizabeth Arden lipstick. Yeah. Now I'll tell you why I showed you my
Elizabeth
bags and
Arden.
my lipstick.
Acha.
Yes, Elizabeth Arden
Good.
lipstick. And now I'll tell you why I showed these bags and lipstick and what have you. I'm a woman. I like to dress up. I like to own my favorite handbags from high-end brands. But you know what? I decided I will join politics only when I've made enough money legally in the corporate sector and can afford a luxurious lifestyle. I used to draw multi-million-dollar salaries and was one of the highest paid executives at JP Morgan. I've traveled the world a zillion times. And people who work with me know this because they are also on Twitter. Now, I have never asked a businessman, sir, mujhe zara ek Elizabeth Arden ya Bobby Brown ki lipstick dijiye. I've never told a businessman, sir, I love Coach, Tommy Hilfiger, Gucci, and Hermes and Balenciaga bags. Could you please do me a favor? I'm willing to do favors to you. No. I love my Ferragamo sandals. I never tell a businessman, can you give me a pair of Ferragamos and I'll do a favor to you? No, I don't do that. So, my limited point is this. Please don't play the proverbial victim masquerading as a neta simply because you're a woman. You should not be currying favors when the axe is on you for blatant corruption. Point number one. और मुझसे बात करो. I'm as educated as they come, so don't give me a caution on people being jealous of educated women. No. But the most important point is this. I was on another channel with the so-called favorite anchor that you mentioned. And he told me this. He told me that, Sanju, don't you agree? All said and done, you've made some great points, but the principle of natural justice was violated. You know, what is the big deal in sharing your login and password? I asked him this question, Arnab Goswami. I said, tell me one thing, forget about the law. Will you share your login and password with the editor-in-chief of Republic, with the editor-in-chief of Times Now, blah, blah? He smiled and he said, okay, let's move on to another point. The point is this, ignorance of the law cannot be an excuse. And in this case, Mahua Moitra was not even ignorant. She continues to be brazen. She first said, Darshan Hiranandani, I don't know who he is. When her lies were caught, she said, yeah, he's a friend who gifted me a Bobby Brown lipstick and perhaps, a MAC powder and what have you. Then she said, so what?
Bag and holiday and whatever.
Yes. Then she said, so what if he submitted a letter to the ethics committee? Ye letter to PMO se draft hokar aaya hai. If it is not a legal affidavit, it has no legal sanctity. On 24th October 2023, Darshan Hiranandani presented a legally sanctified affidavit. And then Mahua Moitra said, so what? If I shared my login and password, people share their login and passwords with their secretaries and their executive assistants. Yes, Mahua Moitra, a MP is given 45,000 rupees a month to ensure that their secretarial services which they need are provided to them by their secretaries. But
Sanju, response. Sanju, allow me please. You made a very long intervention, some very valid points. But the question here is this, and I'm coming to Abhinandita. By the way, she said in Parliament today, she said, oh, I'm only 49, 50 years old. I will run after the BJP. I will chase them for the next 30 years till I'm 80 years old. Very, very good that she's 49, 50 years old and she will run after the BJP for the next 30 years. Whatever she wants to do, she can. But Abhinandita, my question to you and to Saira Shah Halim is this. She has accepted her crime. She has admitted her crime. And the fact is, it is well settled in that natural justice, if the facts are admitted, the question of issue of natural justice does not arise. There is a famous case in the United Kingdom where some students paraded themselves undressed as a joke. Then they were rusticated. Then they went before the court and said, my lord, this is a breach of our natural justice. Lord Denning said, and he was punning on it, he said, quote, the naked facts, unquote, of the case are such that the breach of natural justice does not cause any prejudice. So fact of the matter is, she has admitted she gave her ID to a businessman. She does not deny that he uploaded the questions written by her. She does not deny that she received expensive gifts from him. And in cricket, for cricketers, ICC rules provide that if you receive hospitality from someone connected with the game and do not disclose, you are barred from cricket for a number of years. Surely a higher standard applies to members of parliament. I'm actually surprised that you are going to defend her today. I actually can't believe you will. But I'd like to see if you can. Abhinandita first and then Saira. Abhinandita first.
Okay.
There's nothing to defend her now.
Firstly, I don't know. whether to laugh or to cry after seeing, the amazing performance by the BJP spokesperson. I think it takes a lot to make such a mockery out of serious issues. The problem
really? And who the hell are you?
Problem at hand. Let me finish. Let me finish. I will not be able to perform like you. I will not be able to perform like you.
Sanju, please, Sanju, to be fair, she heard you through your entire intervention. And so she's only responding you like you often respond to others. Let us continue the debate, please. Let us continue the debate tonight. Let us continue, producers, continue the debate tonight. Continue the debate.
Too much about yourself because you spoke too much about yourself.
Sanju, let her continue.
Compliment you for your performance.
Abhinandita, louder. Continue.
Compelled me to compliment you for your performance. You really outperformed yourself. But the question today is not whether a woman or a man has been expelled. A member of parliament has been expelled, which we believe has been done in a very unfair manner, whereas many other member of parliaments, especially those like, Mr. Bijbhushan, like Mr. Baduri, have actually broken all kinds of norms. But no action is taken against them. So I'm not even saying whether she's a woman or a man. That doesn't matter. That is secondary. I agree with you. That is secondary. The more
if many
is that are we going to belittle or completely take away the sanctity of the parliament, take away the sanctity, take away the sanctity of all the institutions of this country and make a mockery of it?
Who said that
Okay, I have a question for you, Abhinandita. I have a question for you. Abhinandita, I have a question for you. Sanju, allow me to anchor the debate. Please, ladies, let me ask a question here. Abhinandita, can I ask you two questions? And if you be so kind as to give just very succinct replies, please. Abhinandita, you said she has been expelled. I just want you to, you are correct, I just want you to enunciate. What has she been expelled for? If I pray, you be so kind that you tell the whole country what she has been expelled for.
Arnab, you have already told the country in many ways today.
I want to hear it from you. So, Abhinandita, I want to hear it from you.
I
want to hear it from you.
I'm really sorry.
What has she been expelled for?
I'm not falling for this. I'm really sorry. I'm not falling for this. If I had instead...
No. What has she been? There's no question of falling for anything. I am asking you to merely, 1 minute, Abhinandita, allow me to complete my point. I will make my point and I'll give you full freedom to answer. My point is, you are even so embarrassed to mention what she has been expelled for. You are ashamed of her. Accept it. You are ashamed and embarrassed to even tell us what she has been thrown out for. आपसे बोला नहीं जा रहा अभिनंदिता. आप शर्माती है कहने के लिए कि इन्होंने ऐसा घिनौना काम किया.
अर्नब जी, पहली बात, मैं नहीं शर्माती हूँ. दूसरी बात ये है, मुझे लगता है हम सबको थोड़ी सी शर्म आनी चाहिए before we really lower the sort of discourse.
आपको शर्म आई थी जब संजय सिंह had called the प्रधानमंत्री अदानी के नौकर? आपको शर्म आई थी when राहुल गांधी said सब मेरा शो है? आपको शर्म आई थी when राहुल गांधी said
you have
बहुत अच्छे से सुना था. मैंने आपकी बात को बहुत तसल्ली से सुना था, बहुत अच्छे से सुना था. Please return the courtesy. Let me finish. You're so confident that you're in the right. Just let me finish. Let me finish. Now, we believe...
I have another question for you, Abhinandita. Be so kind to answer my question. For my next question is very relevant and would apply to you in particular, Sanju Verma. Allow me, please. My second question to you, Abhinandita, is very, very pertinent and very appropriate and applies to you in particular because you are an educated and talented young person who has become a spokesperson of a political party. Abhinandita, my next question is that Suppose tomorrow you fight an election and become a member of parliament, and you're in parliament, and then one day you go to a social event and a businessman comes to you and says, Abhinandita, see, just give me your access and give me your login and your ID, and I will renovate your house and I will give you money and I'll give you this and that. Will you say, okay, cool, no problem, no big deal? And if the person says, okay, you know what, I'll just use it in Dubai and New Jersey and Iceland, you'll say, no problem, no big deal, no big deal. And because would you do that? Would you do that? Would you do that? Would you do that? 1 second, Sanju, don't let her deflect the question. Abhinandita, would you give your parliamentary access to a foreign resident? Would you give your parliamentary access to a corporate? Would you ever become a corporate plant? My question is to you, answer me. Would you ever do that?
No, I would not do many things. Perhaps I would not even, put my son on the BJP I had. I would also expel a parliamentarian from my party like Biduri, who just was disgusting on the floor of the parliament. I would do it. It does not matter what I would do. That is not the point. That is not the point. If tomorrow my friend will join the BJP, if tomorrow I join the BJP, then my bags become invisible to you. If tomorrow I join the BJP, it makes no difference to you whether
my next question is
whether I do anything illegal. As long as I join the BJP, start kun maaf, as they say. Please. And if you have to really, all right, we can build on the narrative of this imaginary party. We can build on the narrative of this imaginary party. And say, I am the Prime Minister. If I am the Prime Minister, I'm at the party, and my friend who's an industrialist, who's Adani, says, मेरे दोस्त मुझे ये माइन दे दीजिए, ये एयरपोर्ट पे मुझे दे दीजिए. Would you give everything to your friend? Would you give everything to your friend?
My question is Mahua Moitra and the reason why she has been expelled. Abhinandita, let me share a situation with everyone. Priyanka, I want to give an example. Suppose a criminal calls someone. Suppose Chota Shakil or Dawood Ibrahim call Saira Shah Halim or call Abhinandita and say, I'm just saying, don't jump at me, that Saira Shah Halim, I will give you money, please murder someone. Okay? You go ahead and murder the person. And you are caught red-handed, then you are taken to the police station. And the police asks you, did you commit the murder? You say, yes, I committed the murder. Did you kill the person? Listen to my story. Nahid, my story has a moral. It's like every story of mine has a moral to it. You know, when I was a child, I used to read a story and there was a moral. You know, there's a moral at the end of the story. There's a moral, Abhinandita, at the end of the story, a little moral of the tale. This is like those Aesop fables. मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, Abhinandita, it's a very pertinent. I'm telling Saira Shalim, Saira, suppose Dawood Ibrahim calls you and says to you, Saira, you please murder someone. You go and murder the person. Dawood Ibrahim tells you, if you murder the person, I will pay you money. You go and murder the person, the CCTV catches you, the police catch you and you say, did you murder the person? You say, I murdered the person. Then you go, listen to me, then it is all caught on tape, you say, I murdered the person. Did you murder the person because Dawood Ibrahim told you to murder the person? Yes. Did he say he will give you money? Yes. But when you are taken before the court, you say, my lord, I murdered the person because Dawood Ibrahim told me, but you are all anti-women. Because I am a woman, you are questioning why I murdered the person and you can't prove how much money I took from Dawood Ibrahim. Are Baba, but you murdered the person. How does it matter whether you're a woman and how much money you got?
Okay.
You murdered the person.
I get it. Anna, please allow me to talk.
If a murder has been committed, if an admission has happened, what is there to argue? Why play the Vastra and woman card and all that?
Anna, the real...
Yes, uninterrupted now.
Anna, we are totally... Yeah.
Yes.
We are totally derailing the real conversation. The real conversation is about crony capitalism. And today, the BJP government is
conversation, if you murdered a person, you murdered a person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you were paid for murdering the person.
In its select
in this case, you
the
violated
is about evading corruption charges.
The conversation is about
No, let her complete. Saira, let her complete. Priyanka, don't speak. Let Saira complete.
Arnab, let me complete, yaar. Arnab, this is not fair. Arnab, this is not fair. Let me talk about Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan in the Vyapam scam. The BJP has done nothing about it. Mr. Mukul Roy, who had the ED summoned and who quickly swapped roles. There was absolutely nothing that, the ED did. Now we'll come to Mr. Hemant Biswa Sharma. Look at the corruption charges there.
Can we talk about
Why
Partha
are we
Chatterjee?
forgetting this
Can we
huge,
talk about
scams? Again, let me go back to the music. I'm not interested in Sanju.
Can we talk about Sonia Gandhi?
What about
Saira Shahalim should be allowed to complete her part.
In the IRX
This is not right. This is not right. This is
Can
not
we
right.
talk about the entire
Please no, boys. I'm not being allowed in 1 minute's time.
She's protesting. She's saying it's not right. Sanju, to be fair. Sanju, to be fair. Sanju, to be fair. Because I'm fair, but never neutral. I'm fair. I'm being fair here. Let her complete, Sanju. Let her complete. Let her complete. I'm saying let her complete, Sanju. Sanju, let her complete. She listened to your entire arguments and she noted all the brands that you used. Let her complete.
Why doesn't she speak about Anubrata Mandal involved in the 1,000 crore cattle smuggling
Anna,
scam?
can I please complete my sentence? This is not fair. You're not lowering or muting her voice. You can tell your production team to mute her voice. Okay, firstly,
I'm not muting. I'm letting everyone speak.
Flaunted her fake bags.
You should say you are TMC Darbari. You should say you are
flaunted her fake.
You should say you are
Sanju and Saira.
Like the fake party that she's representing.
You're not an activist. You're a bigot. We've seen your bigotry repeatedly on national television. You're the same woman who supports hijab. You're the same woman who supports halal. You're the same woman who supported
in new innovative ways.
Beheaded Kanhaiya Kumar in ISIS style. Did you condemn Kanhaiya Kumar's killers? No.
Please lower her volume. I'm not allowed to talk. I'm not being allowed to talk.
Saira Shahalim, louder. Saira Shahalim. Sanju, don't. Saira, continue. Debate is on. Shubhankar hasn't even spoken.
No, please mute her voice.
Nobody is.
I don't like these interventions. Here we are
Nobody is.
witnessing the
You all
murder of
speak.
democracy.
Sanju, don't do this. Sanju, don't do this. Don't do this, Sanju. Don't do this. Everyone on. Saira has the right to speak. Sanju, don't do this. Don't do this. It makes it. I need the debate to continue. Don't do this, Sanju. Please continue, Saira. Now this is my point being. Saira, listen. Saira, listen. My point to you, Saira, is this. Saira, my point to you is this.
Arnab, can you please mute her? I don't want to see her fake designer bags on national TV. Please. Enough of her fake bags. It was pure theatrics. You know that.
I don't know if they are fake.
One sentence, this woman is not allowing me to speak. And God forbid I had the guts to come on national TV and talk about democracy.
मेरे को बॉबी ब्राउन की लिपस्टिक चाहिए, मुझे फेरागामो के जूते चाहिए.
Arnab, please mute her. The way you're muting me, please mute her. Please mute her.
I'm not muting you.
Arnab, please mute her. She has been. She's been talking non-stop the entire program, not letting me speak a single sentence.
Sunglasses मिल सकते हैं. Who the hell are you? You're a fake activist. You're a paid.
Arnab, can you mute this woman, please? She's obnoxious.
ये तो आपकी औकात है.
My point being, what is going on? You see, there is Article 15. Article 15, Nahid Lari, on a simple point. By the way, can I get Shubhankar to say a word? Can I get him? Can I get Shubhankar to say one word?
As another arm of the government of silence to silence the opposition. It is very clear, Mahua.
The issue here is, may I just come in for a moment, please? You see, Article 15 of the Constitution, viewers, And the reason I believe this is wrong, Shubhankar, what is this playing the woman card? It's not working anymore. That's the last straw, isn't it? That's the last straw, Shubhankar.
Ruling in this entire case.
That's the last straw, Shubhankar. The woman card. Shubhankar, I'm letting you speak.
Because the way I couldn't hear a single voice from the seat. The moment someone opens his mouth or a mouth, Sanju Verma is going to be on and on. We had a Sanju Verma first show. We had a Sanju Verma what she possesses or not. She had
Shubhankar louder, please. Shubhankar louder. Shubhankar louder. Sanju, pay it down. Sanju louder. Shubhankar louder.
It is all about if you don't let anyone speak, then please, I think there should be no debate. Please include no opposition voice in your channel. Please stop bringing in opposition if you don't allow them to speak on your channel.
Sanju, please come down. Shubhankar,
Why
continue.
do you invite people from opposition when you
Shubhankar,
don't want
continue,
to have the words
yaar.
on the channel? No, this is
Continue,
wrong.
Shubhankar.
This is
Tell me about
completely
whether
wrong.
it is fair
And you are doing it
that she's
continuously.
using the woman card.
I
No, 1
didn't
minute.
hear a
Now you tell me.
single word from
Shubhankar, tell me.
either of the panelists who spoke for the opposition or Mahua. What is this? The moment someone opens his mouth.
On the show.
Go on.
Instead of complaining, Shubhankar, I'll
it's your
present
show,
an
Sanju
argument
Verma.
before you. I'll present an argument before you. And
on.
Nahid
No,
Lari,
this is
and
not
1 minute,
complaining, it
I'll
is
mention here right now. And I'm requesting Sanju not to speak over others for the umpteenth time. Please understand. Now, Nahid, listen to me. Nahid and Shubhankar, and then I'll come to Abhinandita.
The way you muted me, you have to mute her.
The Article 15 of the Constitution says that you are not allowed to, you are prohibited from discriminating on the grounds of religions, caste, race, sex or place of birth. Okay? So to say that a single woman is being targeted. Tomorrow if Sachin Waze says, my lord, I want bail because I'm a married man. How does it matter whether you're a married man or a single woman?
And they say treat us
I'm
equal.
just focusing on that Vastraharan single
correct.
woman angle.
And that is not a
Misogyny.
Okay, let me answer.
Shubhankar,
Let me
explain.
answer.
Shubhankar, does it matter?
Come on.
Shubhankar first.
Arnab, you just-
Shubhankar first.
Arnab, I didn't hear so many times even Mahua Moitra speaking about playing her woman card as much as it has been spoken over here on the channel itself. I didn't hear much from Mahua Moitra about, just victimizing her.
That's your problem if you
because
didn't hear.
of,
That's all she's been doing.
That was one particular
all she's
dialogue.
been
It
doing.
was started.
She compared herself to
No,
Madhurga
will
today.
you let me speak?
What has happened?
At least show courtesy to let me speak. Now,
उस दिन माँ काली के लिए रेस्पेक्ट कहाँ गया था?
It's baseless to bring any voice over it. This is the problem at the Lok Sabha also. The problem is you don't want to allow any opposition voice to be faced. That is the thing. You don't want to face any opposition voice. The problem with BJP is that they cannot face the opposition voice. That is the problem.
No, I'd like to, 1 minute. No. She has,
Mahua Moitra to present her case.
the game being played here is,
You didn't allow Mahua Moitra to at least defend herself.
the game being played here is, the game is
Lok Sabha is a platform where people have risen the voice for their rights, for the rights of the people. So Mahua Moitra had every right to present a case at least, and she should have been heard. Point is that at least she should have been heard.
You thought you were somebody exceptional. Of course.
We considered her expelled a moment.
a very specific question, Shubhankar. And I have Priyanka on one side and Abhinandita and Nahid Lari on the other. No. I would. Can I get some order in, please? Priyanka, will you please stop? I'm getting Abhinandita and Nahid Lari on the right and Priyanka on the left. I want to make this a little bit more orderly. See.
And nothing in TMC happens without the consent.
Indira Gandhi imposed the emergency. Indira Gandhi imposed the emergency. Gandhi imposed the emergency and put numerous people in jail. Could she have said, I am being targeted because I am a single woman? Sasikala was convicted. Can she say, I am being targeted because I am a single woman?
It's laughable.
Out of 61
Arnab
questions,
ji.
50 are directly or indirectly related to the interests of the Hiranandani group. No, I want an answer to this.
Arnab
Common
ji,
sense.
see, Arnab
Nahid
ji,
Lari,
Arnab
common
ji.
sense. Whether a man does it or woman does it, it's a breach of law.
No,
It's a breach of law.
Of course, if
And-
crime,
yes.
you cannot
Now, who is
differentiate
talking
crime
about
on the.
women's
What's
rights?
wrong
Samajwadi
with these
Party.
women on your debate?
Samajwadi
Bhai, kya baat hai,
Party, where
Arnab
your
ji?
neta said,
One minute, I'm asking Nahid Lari, please. Priyanka, I'm asking Nahid. After that, you come in.
गलतियां हो जाती हैं.
Hooligans. You mean
I'm asking Nahid
hooligans
Lari,
sit on your
Priyanka.
debate?
Wait your turn.
Look at the way they've made your debate turn into a fish market. Just see what they're doing on your debate. Now, I understand what you are
in different
मुलायम सिंह यादव बड़े बड़े शहरों
Nahid Lari, louder. Priyanka, don't. Priyanka and Sanju, don't. The question is to Nahid. She has the right to reply. Please now. Please, I'm requesting you. Please.
जी ने सिखाए हैं जंगली संस्कार आपके टोपी वाले नेताजी ने सिखाए हैं लोगों को
आप मदरसे से पढ़ लिख कर आए हैं
गलतियां हो जाती हैं
हमको पता है आप मदरसे
I'm letting, this is disorderly. I'm letting Nahid Lari continue and Sanju, please wait. Priyanka versus Nahid and Abhinandita. Thank you. Can I have the windows that way? See, the point is, Nahid, I'll explain to you and Abhinandita. Please understand and please take this a little seriously. What happens when a corporate interest gets involved?
You have made your point. I've understood.
No,
Let me reply now. Let me reply. I understood your point.
Okay, reply.
Then why are you talking
Okay,
about
reply.
women's rights?
This woman is crazy.
Victim card.
Arey bhai,
Let her reply. No, can I get the screen? I want producers, for God's sake. Yeah, Nahid Lari, please, on the right, along with Abhinandita. Thank you very much. Now continue.
पर्स यूज करते हैं अपने पैसे का करते हैं किसी से मांगते नहीं देश की सिक्योरिटी को जो है वो दांव पर नहीं लगाते
no action is taken against him. Police has lodged an FIR against the BJP MP Brijbhushan.
Madam, the question is whether you support the corruption done by Mahua Moitra or not. The question is whether you support the corruption of Mahua Moitra or not. Are you in the same mind of that Mahua Moitra that if you are an elected person or a parliamentarian, you will sell your privileges for a price? Will you sell your privileges for a price? That is the question. Will you sell your privileges for a price? Will you sell your privileges for lipstick and powder and bags?
Nahid, I can't hear you.
Will you sell your privileges for watches and sunglasses? No. Now the bigger question is,